Did you enjoy your bye week?
I did. It was nice. I went home, saw the family, got rejuvenated, good, relaxed, rested, ready to work again.
Nice to have a weekend in Texas after catching a game in Texas.
Yeah, it was good. Had a little bittersweet remarks from some of the locals, but it was really just a nice peaceful weekend.
How much did you guys need a week off as a team, just to kind of recover? I guess maybe really from the first half of the season.
I mean, I look at it just like a halftime. You need a halftime in the middle of the game to get some food in, you get some more energy, and then finish out the game. So it's just like finishing out the season. You just gotta rejuvenate a little bit, get in the books, rest, recovery, get your body right, and then get back to it. So that's how I see it.
I'm sure people will talk to you about it, man. Like that touchdown against Texas. Talk about it. The snap. Were you the primary target? Did you kind of know the ball's coming to you when you saw them lose in coverage?
Well, I mean, all of our plays, anyone can get the ball at any time, so you got to stay alive in all of our plays. Levy does a good job keeping everybody alive, keeping everybody hot. But I mean, I saw the ball in the air, so I knew it was coming to me at that point.
You guys having to deal with replacing Andrell.
Mm-hmm.
What's that been like for the rest of the wide receiver room attacking this bye week, knowing that there's more work to do, more snaps that you guys have to fill in for him?
I mean, we're all ready. I mean, it's been talked about since the beginning of the season. We have a lot of competitive depth, and everyone's ready to step up and fill that place. If somebody goes down, we were ready for that moment, and we'll be ready for the rest of the season. Fill in his shoes and make sure that we don't lose a step.
How important for you personally has been getting all these catches the first half of the year,
Mm-hmm.
as there's maybe a bigger role out for you down the stretch?
I mean, I just get it as it comes. I mean, I'm just ready for the opportunities when they arise, and those catches were just there for the taking. I took them, so that's really all it was.
Do you have any fun plans for homecoming week?
I'm not gonna lie, I was so locked in, I didn't even know it was homecoming. But I mean, I'm just gonna approach it like any other week. Celebrate after the win.
What are some of the biggest areas you still feel of growth that you can put on display over these last 6 regular season games?
I mean, I can always work on my routes, my technique, and catching the ball. You can always catch balls. You always get better hands, better routes. So it's just something as a receiver you got to work on constantly.
You've been kind of a yak monster so far. You're looking forward to getting more of those opportunities as opposed to just in zone balls, but kind of between the 20s, stuff like that?
Of course. I mean, every time you touch the ball, you're trying to score. So whether you're catching on the 2-yard line or catching in the end zone, try to put it in there.
What do you do on your bye week?
I went back home to Houston, chill with my parents, and then that was pretty much it, really.
Obviously, Saturday is DG's old team. Is there any talk about trying to put it on it for him a little bit on Saturday?
I remember he said something like, everybody's gonna try to make it about him.
Yeah.
But he wants to just reassure us it's a team effort, and it's just another game. Try to go 1-0. So.
How much did the bye help? Just kind of the whole team just get past the Texas game. I mean, it's dead and gone now, kind of a thing.
I mean, even if we didn't have the bye week, we're gonna
Sure.
kill it after that Sunday. We tend to put the game away on Sunday and then get to the next game on Monday. So that's kind of our schedule on things.
What is anything that sticks out about UCF? An early look at them. Anything that jumps out?
I think they've only allowed like 4 receiving touchdowns this season, and that's something we're going to have to really focus on and execute as an offense this game.
Brennan got out there against Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
What have you kind of seen from him as he's been able to be fully cleared and return to practice these last couple of weeks?
Man, that dude's a weapon. I mean, he's fast as all get out. I mean, as long as you have someone like him on the field, he's going to change the game. So, I mean, I just can't wait for him to be back on the field.
How much do you feel like you'll be called upon to help fill an even bigger role now that Andrell's out?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
How much do you feel like you'll be called upon to help fill some of the void left by Andrell being out for the rest of the year?
I mean, like I said, the competitive depth in the receiver room is going to fill his shoes regardless of anyone who goes down. So we're all ready for it, and we know what that takes.
And seeing him go down after such a good start to the year, has that made you guys want to rally even more and do it for him?
I mean, of course. I mean, we just hated seeing him go down. We hate seeing anybody go down, but especially him, all the work he's been putting in this offseason. Just to see him go down like that, you don't wish that upon anybody, but especially not to him.
He's been really good on third downs this year. How do you, as a receiver, kind of build that rapport with Dylan in practice so that you can be one of those guys to fill the void that he had on third downs?
I mean, just repetition. Whenever it comes to anything like that, you do it. You win the games in practice, and you get that first down in practice. So, just all in the preparation.
Is there anything, having a week off, you're not preparing for a game, you can just kind of look at yourself in this offense. What are some things you guys identified that, like, okay, we want to fix that for the back half of the season?
I mean, I think there was a lot of little things. As receivers, we can clean up our routes a little bit, get the timing better with the quarterback. And, I mean, it's been said, but I don't think we've been our best this year. And that's something that we're striving for, something we're trying to put on the field, to put on tape. So,
has it been fun seeing Dylan Gabriel's name and then just skyrocket? People talking about Heisman now.
Yeah, it really has. I'm glad he's getting the recognition that he deserves. I mean, he's been putting in the work forever, so it's good to see him get recognized.
Kind of touched on it there, but maybe an opportunity for some other guys in that room to step up on the field.
Of course. I mean, whoever's going to get the job done is going to get on the field. So,
You see your role changing?
I think my role is just the same as it's always been, just making sure I'm maximizing my opportunities, and when the play comes my way, just to make that play, and whatever, like I said, whatever opportunities I get, make sure I capitalize on them.
What have you seen from UCF so far this season?
I've noticed that they've only given up 4 receiving touchdowns this year, I think it was. So it's gonna be a challenge for us on offense. We gotta make sure we focus and come together as a team. Make sure we execute on Saturday.
Your quarterback used to play there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys talk about that at all? Getting the win against the former team?
I mean, he did a little bit, but he said that some people were going to try to make it about him, but he just wanted to make sure that we kept it as it's a team effort, and we have to make sure to come as a team so we can beat them on Saturday.
Emotionally, is it nice to have the bye week, just to kind of refocus and get ready for the next team?
Of course. I mean, it's just like a halftime. I mean, it lined up perfectly for us. This is halfway through the season, so it really is just like a halftime. Got to get our minds right, get our mentals right, get our bodies right, and then go execute the last half of the season.
Nick, the retreats that Dylan does with the wide receivers and running backs over the summer, what's that experience like, and what does it do for just building a bond with him as a quarterback and you guys as just skill players out there?
I mean, it's everything. The relationship between the quarterback and his skill players is everything we want to make plays on the field. I mean, it correlates perfectly. So, just being on those retreats, having fun with everybody, kicking back, growing closer as a team. I mean, it's making leaps and bounds. I mean, you see it on the field. We're really playing as one, and I think it's showing.
What was your first impression of that when Dylan kind of pitched that idea to you guys your first summer?
I mean, I'm always down for a road trip, and wherever it is, we're gonna follow him. So,
do you have a favorite memory from those experiences?
I rode a jet ski for the first time. And that was fun. What else? Oh, played pickleball, a little bit of pickleball. I got competitive. Some little 3-on-3 basketball, but I don't know. Other than that, it was just fun little outing with the teammates.
We've asked guys about that before. Was there a teammate that you got to know better that maybe you wouldn't have had that chance?
Oh, of course. I mean, the new guys that got here, Andrew, Brennan, just building a closer relationship with them, and I mean, I don't think there's not a single person I didn't grow closer with. I mean, Blake Smith, we grew tight over the break, and I don't know, a lot of other players.
Nick, with Andrell out, what's the wide receiver core talking about and thinking how to make up for him or help him along and that kind of thing?
I mean, it's all about competitive depth and filling his shoes, so we don't miss a beat on offense. And about Andrell, we're just wrapping our arms around him, making sure he's okay. We hate to see it happen to anybody, but especially him with all the work he's been putting in over the offseason. And the first half of the season, he was great for us. So it was really a bummer, but he knows we're going to step in and fill his shoes.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. I think he's about to have surgery this week or the next, so we're just going to help him get through that and then focus on the recovery.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just going back to that retreat for a minute, when Dylan pitches that, what does that tell you about him as a quarterback, as a leader of this team, that when he wants to do something like that for you guys?
I mean, it speaks volumes. I mean, it's even easier to follow somebody that's like that, really for the player, really for his teammates. And, he just want to make sure that we could all have fun together before we get on this long journey, which is the season. So it really meant everything.